Hello everybody, they call me Muse, so welcome you back to Hitman Freelancer, where we continue the Pay to Win challenge, where DLC items are the only things that we're allowed, and we've now got a few more of them. We have got a boombox because the Wizard pack has now released, and we've got a Trickshot Duck because of the World Champions pack. We've also got other things that we're eventually going to pick up. And the World Champions pack also gives you access to the Disruptor items, so we've got the Resistance Band. And we can get the Kettlebell and the Cane, which means we'll no longer have to have holes on our walls. I think that's rather good. I've chosen 6 games, and I think 5 of these maps are new, and 1 of them is not. So we've got Wick Creek, Santa Fortuna, Mendoza, Haven, Mumbai, and Dubai. We've got Open Safe Explosive. That's generally a solid bet. All 3 of the alerted maps have in fact got a safe, so that's nice. That's good. What does Haven want us to do? Eliminate guards' assault rifle, hide target bodies, and doors stay locked. Doors stay locked is not really a threat on Haven. Eliminate guards' assault rifle, hide target bodies. We could give that a try and combine it with Open Safe Explosive. So the explosive that we would bring then, we've got the Kronstadt pen, but we've also got the duck. It's basically your standard rubber ducky, except it's also quite a bit bouncier than most, which feels more like a detriment than anything. I guess it's for people that want to stunt on their victims, but it should work just fine for blowing open a safe. We'll need a Trinity, of course. As for our assault rifle, let's go with the makeshift scrap, because it's silenced. Could use the old VHS tape. I don't think that breaks, but it does drop on the floor when you hit people with it, so it's mildly annoying. I suppose we can bring the chip along as well, just to attract people's attention. And let's go see what Haven has to say today. So here we are. We are looking for 3 targets in public areas and 1 who is right downstairs in the old hidden server facility. So let's think. That one there might be tricky to deal with in a hide target bodies kind of fashion. Maybe we go and see our supplier. She might have something for us that could help us. She should certainly have new things available. So one of our targets is a lifeguard in there, where that man also hangs out. That's probably okay for a hide. So what do you have? You've got the Bartali Lucky Knight. You've got the gold medal, which is basically a fibre wire. You've got a new sniper rifle. But you haven't got what I wanted, which was the blunt knife. So that's a shame. We'll take the gold medal, just to get it off the list.
Come back if you need more.
Now, we can sneak in here. That door, though, is locked, and we can't get through locked doors. This door's not locked, but this one? No, also not locked. Good. Okay. Let's get the attention of our man out here. Let's get our VHS tape ready. And he's turned off. Oh, good. The tape doesn't now just drop out of your hands when you bosh people with it. That's good. So you go in there. And then at some point soon, our target is going to return. And she can suffer the same fate. We could grab the staff area key, but doors need to stay locked, so picking it up would actually be a detriment, because I might just accidentally go through a door with it. So she's coming this way. I may as well turn the radio back on now, I guess, because no one else is going to hear it, are they? And there we go, she's heard it. Maybe we can use our new gold medal. Bam. Down she goes. So target 1's out of the way. I'm still not sure what we're going to do about the one who was hanging out by the pool area, because they could be tricky to move somewhere where they can be hidden. But let's also look at target upstairs. I guess I can just lure people by just standing next to them and therefore being suspicious. So that guy's doing his weights. Is he the guy who comes into this room where this woman is? Certainly looks like that guy. Yeah, so in he goes. So this guy should be easy. Now, have you seen this tape, miss? It's a real hit. What if we pop our briefcase over here? Because I don't want him to come in and then notice me straight away. If he notices the briefcase though and moves to it, then I can shut the door behind him perhaps. But then, let's put the briefcase there and climb in the box. Yeah, he spotted a briefcase.
Who are you, man? Do I know you?
Okay, it didn't quite work. However, it's worked well enough because down he goes. I suppose I could have just sort of stood here and he might have seen me in the mirror and that would have solved the problem. But it can't hurt to have plans with a bit of redundancy built in, so if standing in the mirror hadn't worked, the briefcase would have worked, and so forth. Now, our third target, Anne Cornelia, is still just hanging around in the pool. She's doing a little dance. She's going to be practically impossible to hide, I feel. But let's watch her movements, because if she does have movements, that gives us options. Where is the safe anyway? Security outpost. Okay, so we're going to need guard outfits at some point. So she dances for a bit in the pool. Then she enjoys a beverage, which I can't poison because I don't have the blunt knife. And then she comes over this way a bit. Okay, more drinking. Maybe when she's there, I approach her in a guard outfit and then I lure her around the corner here somewhere. Oh, she does come up here. Good. So I could potentially lure her over here, but not while there's security around. Security would take the bait first. And let's say I do lure her over here. Then what? Can she be hidden in the ocean? There's that other security guy.
Yeah, keep it real. Oh. Command, something ain't right down here. Stand by while I investigate.
So let's get you out of the picture. That's a good start.
Hello?
No, I don't think that man's coming out of there anytime soon. So that's a guard out of the way. And a possible guard outfit for us. Maybe I grab it now. So even if he is found down the line, we've got the outfit at least. Although maybe this helps us blow up the safe and take out the cameras as well, perhaps. So that security guard knows us. But he will be out of the way soon enough. So let's get this guy right out of the picture.
I'll have a look around. Interesting.
Now with that guy out of the way, let's see. Down he goes. Can we actually get into the security area, or is it locked? It's locked. Is it locked on the other end as well? Because we do have doors stay locked to consider. Okay, it's not locked on this side. That's fantastic news. Nobody in here is particularly suspicious of us. But the safe is where exactly? It's just there. Okay. Pop old duck on the floor, scuttle away. It might blow up that man, it might blow up the cameras. Okay, it didn't blow up the cameras or the man. But it did get the safe, so that's great. Didn't even alert the two guys who were up top. Alright, so they've calmed down. That guy didn't even hear the shot, which is great. And we'll just do a bit of cleanup. Entirely unnecessary for these two guys, but I'm doing it anyway. That's the safe prop. That might be another gun that we can buy from the supplier. The Lucky Knight, maybe. And we can open this door from this side if it's... Yeah, that doesn't count as unlocking a door. So that's great. So you're the guy that comes outside, aren't you, for a break every now and again? And then we've got the blonde security man who roams back and forth. There we go, he's heard it. Good.
Yeah, come in.
But now that guy's come out for his break.
What the fuck? Ah, man, this sucks.
Good. He's gone back. So that's two of the potential witnesses in this area out of the picture. We just need that guy to come back out again. And then we can bash him. And then hopefully we can lure her over here. Perhaps even with a throw. When she gets close enough, she might be the only person to hear it. Then could we corner snatch her without anyone noticing? But then what? Let's say we bring her down here. Those guys over there would notice if we try and throw her somewhere. Maybe we have to clear out the rest of the spa so we can make a spot for her. There's nowhere in there to hide people. But if we could lure her into here perhaps and then throw her into the ocean. Maybe. Now, are those guys going to notice? They haven't noticed anything so far.
What?
I wonder how long I can keep getting away with this without anyone on Bradley's Island noticing trouble.
Come on, give me a...
So this might not actually be helping. Yeah, the lack of hidey holes around here is vexing. We've got two guards over there. We do have a hiding spot here. So if we could lure her over here somewhere, but then we've also got this waiter guy. As well as those two guards. We'd have to do something about all three of these. That woman in there doesn't seem inclined to notice us.
Okay. Huh? What the heck was that? Come on, don't give me this shit, bro.
So, waiter in the box, for sure. I'm kind of worried that woman at some point will glance out the window. Can I throw something in here to attract those guards? Yes. But yeah, this woman, when she comes back from where she's now stood to where she's going to next, at that moment I'm concerned.
No.
Let's see if she spots that body. No, good. Into the bushes with it.
Oh, yeah, that's just... Ooh.
And into the bushes with this one too. So that just leaves our target now, really. We'll wait for it to make her way over here. And then we'll try and lure her behind here by just generally being suspicious in her line of view. Could do without those other two folks being there, but maybe they'll disappear in a minute. Okay, so she doesn't see us unless we get real close, but those two got in the way.
Hey, would you mind? Could you check it out? No problem.
Oh, Pete's sake. So maybe the goal, yeah, wait for it to do a loop again.
Okay.
Lure her over here with a briefcase shot. Oh, wait, here she comes. Where are you going? Is she drunk too much? Is she feeling ill? That could make life easier. Although not if she just goes there. Because how am I supposed to move her from there to anywhere useful? But when she comes back I should be able to lure her, so... maybe this will help? Hopefully Petrova won't get in the way when she goes in for a spa session. Okay, she's recovered, but now she's moving somewhere else.
I've been curating those
A curious target. What are we doing? If I could unlock that door, that would be great, but I can't. So where are we going? And does it involve going near a toilet? Okay, we got her attention.
Well, hello.
Can we lure her in here? Maybe.
Really?
I should probably be knocking people out in this bathroom
It's
first,
not funny anymore.
but I'm kind of suspicious that she's not going to be around for long. Also, is there anywhere to hide people in this bathroom?
You can't be here.
No.
You are trouble, and we don't like trouble here. I want the
Have some of that. One of those. You haven't seen anything. So, back to target. This room does have hiding spots, but there's 2 people in it. Is she just going to sit there now and nurse her hangover?
Oh yeah. Shrimps.
Maybe it's worth knocking these guys out. Oh, she's on the move again. Bloody hell. Hello.
What is this? Who are you?
Do you want to follow me over here?
Hold it!
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna go get help now.
Right, so we're out of anyone's view. I just panicked. I saw her running away and I was like, no, I need to deal with her now. Before she starts her bloody route again. However, there's that guy who's gone up there now. He's a pain. Does he come into this bathroom? I think he might do. And the door in between is locked, so that's no help. Because there's nowhere in here to hide people. This room does have a box, but there's no way in because there's no windows. I can't exactly drag her up this flight of stairs without people noticing. I'm fairly sure. There's at least 2 witnesses there. And 2 more in there. It's an option, but it's not one I want to take. Where else can we go from this patch of undergrowth? Those staff members will probably see if I try and drag her over to the ocean. I'm not even sure that'll count as hidden. What if I drag around here? And then I loop around here. Those staff members will definitely see something. But not many other people will. It is a fairly quiet spot over here. Where did I leave my briefcase? Yeah, that guy is a problem.
Huh? Who's breaking stuff? Hey, come on, who's doing that?
Oh, that's attracted her attention. Interesting. She's going to come out and see her friend, who's currently in a heap on the floor.
Oh my god. You're okay.
Nah, she's not okay. So what I should have done is hidden these 2 in here. If she'd run through here to get help or something, it could have unlocked that door and made my life a bit easier. Oh yeah, I was going to get my assault rifle, wasn't I? I could just shoot civilians and make a path that allows me to get where I need to be, but I don't like shooting civilians. I didn't even need to fire up the sink to distract this guy, because I could have just waited long enough for him to come back. Crunch. No longer your problem, friend. Now get in this cubicle. The lack of hiding spots in these toilets is kind of vexing. But we're making progress. We just need to get these 2 people out of the way.
Get all those damn lawyers and journalists off that match. Start making
Yeah, you come and see what that was.
Absolutely.
She'll sit down again. He gets tonked. And then I think we're okay to drag him over here somewhere without getting spotted by anyone. This is a good test of the general process that we're going to use. There's a security guard there. Okay, that cubicle's locked. That's fine. You can join the pile in here then. But the fact I've managed to drag him in here without any difficulty is a good sign. I could have probably just dragged him around this side into the gents, actually.
Not right now, please.
There's a looker over there, but they're not noticing this, so that's good. Okay, I think we're ready. Hide target bodies always leads to these adventures for me. If it was just no bodies found, that would be generally more straightforward, but I've had cases before where I've had to kill an entire hotel's worth of people just so I could drag someone across a rooftop to find a box to put them in. No, it's going well, but I do worry about people's sight range on Haven. It is notoriously big. Frig. There we go. Someone over there apparently has spotted our body. Oh, she's not even dead yet. Problem solved. Who spotted it? Or was it? Oh no, it's that security guy out there. Piss. I was kind of worried about that. And it turns out he's ruined everything.
Psycho killer's dragging a body. Suspect is in disguise.
All that hard work gone. All pain in the butt. Let's go and see supplier again, just in case we can buy the lucky knight. We can't, but we can buy the tack in yellow, which is from the new wizard pack, one of Wiz Khalifa's weapons. So that's at least something that we can get back to base. Now we can get through this door now, can't we? Because we opened it from the other side, so it doesn't break. Doors stay locked. Let's go get ourselves a posh guard outfit, and then we can make our way down into the facility. We'll have to find a way in there without breaking. Doors stay locked, but I think we can do that. So that guy has donated his gear. Now we can't get through this door because it has locks behind him, but we can hop the wall, which is just as good. Now we just need to make our way to where one of our friends will unlock another door for us. So is our friend coming out? He is. Good timing, friend. Thank you for your service. I was thinking this guy down here shouldn't be too hard to take out and hide. It was only the other target I was worried about, roaming about over here somewhere near a cupboard. There is this woman who...
Voicemail again?
Let's see. Do with this woman out of the picture, which means I could do with this guy out of the picture. So down she goes and into the locker. Just a potential witness out of the way. Because I'm still going to try and hide this guy. That security guard could also be an issue. But this locker here would do the job. Where's our man going now? Is he just coming around this way? He is. Okay, that was noticed.
Don't let him get away.
Don't worry, it's fine. You're new.
That was sloppy, but I've been on this level for like forever now, so I would like to leave it at some point. We're not in combat, no one saw us, no one's orange. There we go. We're on our way out with a minimum difficulty. Now, if we go up this way, that's just this door again, which, yeah, we can open from the inside as before. And there's the seaplane to victory once we get past Old Enforcer there. Which isn't too hard. So 3 out of 4 is fine, but given how close I was to 4 out of 4, kind of frustrating. So what's next on the old wall? Ice Pick, Katana, or Silent Assassin? We do have a Katana, the makeshift one. It looks absolutely horrible. We're not going to get a clean cut with that. But I guess our targets don't deserve a clean cut, so there we go. Which of our alerted maps do we want to do now? Xanth Fortuna's got Poison Target, which might be possible if we get the Blunt Knife at some point. Mumbai's also got Poison Target though. We are going to do one non-alerted map today. Poison Guard Syringe, that just can't be done. But maybe Dubai's our showdown. Wilton Creek's got a couple of easy options there with Don't Get Caught, but high target bodies is a pain on Wilton Creek, so maybe that becomes our showdown map. And then everywhere else wants us to poison people pretty much. Maybe Dubai. Don't get spotted, take no damage. Poison Guard Syringe, we can do all of that. What might we want aside from our katana? Although you can wear 2 katanas now on your back, or 2 sticks, I don't think you can combine them. I don't think I could wear a katana and a stick. But we could bring our VHS tape again. It's worked well for us. And then we're largely free to do what we want. We could bring the Banker Silenced Pistol, just for a bit of change. Maybe that's all we need. We'll travel light today. So here we are in the art area. We've got a target upstairs somewhere. They are a penthouse staff guy. Yeah, we've seen them before. We've got Hussein in a security room. And then we've got Jerry who just hangs out near the server room. Is he the janitor that goes bump-a-dump-dump? He might be, don't you know? So we can't get spotted doing this. I don't like trespassing when I've got don't get spotted, but maybe we're okay. Now, how do we get past these 2 lads? I think we wait for them to finish their combo, and then when they both turn around we can slip through. Yes. Wonderful. And then we've got this one security guard who has gone over there, so bonk. Down goes this guy. Is he not the target? Maybe I was looking at the wrong room. Or maybe it's someone else who comes into this room. Either way, we'll take his clothes and his key. Yeah, there's the target. So who are you? You're a new guy. You're not normally on the map. Oh well. That's what you get for being in a syndicate. So that's a decent start. That's our prestige out of the way. We don't have to worry about hiding bodies if we don't want to. So what's next? Maybe this security guard is good. Might be nice to grab his gear.
Hello? I know you're here somewhere.
It's fairly bog standard to grab his gear and then make our way upstairs. But it'll get the job done. Yeah, don't get spotted does include cameras, I think, but we are going to a security room at some point, so I don't think we need to be too concerned about cameras. And then Mushtaq, does he sit down underneath that hanging thing? I think he does. Where's our supplier anyway? We've probably run past them. Yeah, more or less. I think he just sits underneath this. Oh no, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he has to be lured. Yeah, well. Yeah, this pistol is not as accurate as some of the others. But it got the job done. I don't think anyone's going to come down far enough here to investigate.
Very well.
So let's see what supplier has. We've got the trophy duck again. That's all we can actually afford. No. Camera is going to spot us if we're not careful. Yeah, it did. Although that doesn't count for don't get spotted, I guess, if we're not doing crimes when we get caught on it. And then there's our security friend. Do we have a key? No, but we can get one. We can make sure there will be no further problems with camera boxes. There will be no problem with this woman as she gets to live in a cupboard. And now it should just be our man. Yep, come on in, friend. Down you go. And out you go. So, 3 out of 4 is on the table once again, unless I accidentally do crimes on the way out. How best to avoid doing those crimes? This seems the best bet. Nice and easy. Didn't get the blunt knife though, that's a shame. So because we didn't get the blunt knife, we are going to run into issues completing all of our challenges on either Mumbai or Santa. Mumbai's got only use one disguise and headshot kills only, which is interesting. Whereas Santa's got don't pacify and blind guard. And the prestige, none of them are great. Collateral firearms. What piercing gun options do we have on our wall that we can use? The scrappy is piercing. It's not silenced, but it's piercing. The concrete is silenced, but it doesn't pierce. So let's see. And we could potentially line 2 people up and shotgun them. So we've got a couple of non-silenced piercing options. I think collateral's probably easier than timed hide and seek. But where to do it? It doesn't really work well with do not pacify. Because ideally I want to knock 2 people out, line them up and then get them. It doesn't work amazingly with headshot kills only, but I think it'll have to. So, we're off to Mumbai next. Headshot kills only. We'll go back to Black Trinity. And I think we'll go for shotgun. Because we can tuck it away in our pocket and scuttle away from crime scenes. Actually, we'll bring scrap SMG as well, because I forgot that last time, but it can be useful to open doors. So that's kind of all we need. We'll bring the videotape again, because it's proved useful. And we could actually bring the boombox this time as well, just to see it in action. Let's go to Mumbai. Okay, we're starting near the building site, which is open and has 2 targets in it. Interesting. Another target, old Guildford Booty Swang, just hangs out in the middle. And then our final target is upstairs in the train yard, which means they're probably an elite guard, which means that's probably the outfit we would want. It's going to be tricky. But maybe we can be quick and just deal with 2 people here and now.
See him? Kill him! I lost sight of that fucker! I hear you. Can anyone see him?
Shit, you didn't see me. You didn't see shit. Everyone's on high alert.
Nothing tangible yet.
So let's just go to the train yard and get an outfit. Maybe the waiter outfit is the better bet, just because it's not going to get us in trouble with the other guards and the other targets.
Sure it's him.
And I'm pretty sure the waiter outfit is allowed upstairs in the train yard. So where's old Guildford going?
Oh my
They're going
God,
upstairs.
I cannot wait to see the new Rangan movie they're shooting over at the tower.
Or no, they've just come downstairs, in fact. They've got a gun on their back, I think, so they're probably a guard of some sort. Oh no, it's not a gun, it's wings. They are a dancer. And they came from this direction. But there is a guard there. But now they're over there. Could potentially pop them from down here, but I feel like getting away is not going to be easy. Right, so he's coming back to have a chuck. So he's basically Gregory Arthur, but with a silly name.
The shit.
Top stealth. I don't want to get caught going through the slums to get to the train yard, so let's just sneak over this way. So we're going to need to do our collateral kill
Mark my words.
upstairs. But that's cool, we can do that.
I don't know. I need the money, but
Where do we get the elite guard outfit though? Or do we get the waiter outfit? Undecided. Was considering waiter, wasn't I? Can we shoot the store open without those lads paying too much attention? They did notice a bullet impact. They are going to get excited. It's probably fine. Okay, they've eventually given up. Are they going to get excited about the door and come back and look at it? Or are they just going to go back to smoking and joking? Good.
why can't we just use knives like back in the day? You know, it was more fun.
So, hop. Now, where is our servant guy who's normally here? He's over there, serving Vanya. Nice cup of char for old Vanny, and off she goes. Is Rena going to go with her? Is it Rena or is it Rima? Does it matter? Not hugely so. Okay. So you throw
Charming sound that is.
the boombox and it starts playing.
All right.
That's
Never mind then.
interesting.
What the hell are you... Let's go.
You don't see shit.
What's this? I need a hand here. Someone.
No, you don't.
I need some help.
Okay, we're going to get the servant outfit.
Hello? I need your help. I'm
We've now got the
serious.
elite guard outfit because of how things played out.
There's a fight going down. You gotta break it up, man. Right. I'll have a look.
That could make life trickier upstairs, but I don't think it'll make it too bad. So there's at least a couple of guys over there. We are looking upstairs again though, so let's just ignore everyone who's there for now. Most of the guards up here are enforcers, I think. Let's see. I'd rather not shoot open this door if I can avoid it.
It's stupid. I am not disagreeing with you.
And I can avoid it because I can get in that side. That's good.
Queen wanted it.
So, I've got a plan.
You two to end up here. Really? Well,
In theory, the boombox isn't going to play licensed music because I turned that option off. Let's assume I'm wrong though and it is going to play licensed music. We'll just try and stay away from it. See if it attracts the attention of a guard. And it has. It's attracted the guy who is not our target. And he snuck in through this door, which is now
yeah, me again.
locked again.
I guess I got a little worked up.
Yeah. Hey, who the hell are you?
No.
So, here comes our man. Come on in, friend.
Looks like someone got their ass kicked really bad here.
Yeah, they did. So that's worked out. We've got two fellows. If we line them up, we should be able to get collateral headshots on both.
Oh my god.
Who said, oh my god?
I've got someone on the ground. Hold on.
What are you doing up here?
Huh?
Also, why can't I... The door opened the wrong way, so I wasn't able to...
What the hell?
But this time I should be able to corner snatch.
Me here. I've got a body on the ground. What do I do?
What are all these
I don't
people
know
doing
CPR
rushing
or
up here?
anything.
Is that a boombox thing, or were they just naturally coming over here? Either way, this cupboard claims more victims. Has everyone stopped approaching now? I think they have. Where was I? I was looking to see if these two were both within range, and they're not really, so I need to sort of drag a bit. Ooh, that was almost perfect, but now I've gone too far that way. There we go. I'm not sure about your arm. I don't like it where it is. That should be okay. Yeah. Bam. And I don't think anyone heard that because of where we are. So that's collateral. Headshot kills is still valid. Use one disguise is still valid. It's going to be a 3 out of 4, which is the best we could do. Where's supplier friend anyway? It's too much for them to be over there. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know if we can afford anything, because a lot of the new items, a lot of the new DLC items that have recently unlocked are legendary or at the very least epic. So they do cost quite a bit of cash from the old freelancer suppliers. And indeed, there's nothing we can afford. Even the consolation prize, which is just an item for bonking people on the head, costs 12,930. Maybe we'll get the cash required to buy some of these things before we actually finish the pay to win challenge. At the very least, if I return to this challenge in the future, there'll be a bunch more options available to me. We bid farewell to Mumbai. Once again, it served us well. And we also bid farewell to you, my friends, for now. Till next week, when we hopefully wrap up this challenge. If you haven't already noticed, I've also been playing 007 First Light on the channel. This is actually the first time I've played Hitman since 007 First Light came out. Thankfully, the games are different enough that I'm not getting confused about control schemes and similar. But if you do like a bit of sneaking, albeit with a bit of extra action, then do check that out. It's been rather fun so far. And join us here next week. We'll finish off the Mystic, finish off the Pay to Win challenge, and figure out what we're doing next. Until then, thanks for watching, friends.